What's up, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode, a special recorded episode of the Match Report. You got myself, Mari, and Myles Weber.
Hello.
And wow, this is a recorded episode because I'm traveling this week, and I don't think that my laptop can stream out. So no stream, but this is all new information for you because it's recorded. And then next week, it'll be another recorded episode because both Myles and I will be traveling for work. So
We will be, yes. So I don't know that I'll be traveling, so I won't have my Nickelodeon mug, unfortunately.
oh my God,
Right?
so many references.
All of the references. So yeah.
Dude, I think out of all those shows, I watched, oh my God, Rocko's Modern Life the most. But
Same. Rocko's Modern Life and probably Hey Arnold.
Oh, and Hey Arnold.
Yeah. Fun fact about Rocko's Modern Life, the voice of Rocko is a comedian named Carlos Elizraki, and he also voiced the Taco Bell Chihuahua back in the day from those commercials.
No way. That's where
And
I
he's
learned all
also
of my
he's also
Spanish.
Officer Garcia on Reno 911. So, fun fact.
With that said, let's get on into it. A deadly ice storm hit Texas this week, leaving millions without power or water. Using this moment to rise to the occasion, State Senator Ted Cruz proceeded to fly to Cancun, Mexico with his family. In a world with very few constants, you can't always count on Ted Cruz to be doing exactly the wrong thing at any given moment in time.
He's like Dr. Evil would see Ted Cruz and roll his eyes at him. Just like he's the worst villain of all time. He's the absolute worst.
He's not even trying anymore.
No.
Like,
And he had it's funny because it was 3 different excuses yesterday. Like first it was like, oh, my daughters wanted to go on vacation, so he just blamed it on his kids out the gate. That was his first go-to, was F my kids. Then he was like, oh, well, I needed to be a good father and accompanying them. You know, I needed to be a chaperone, and then I'm coming right back. But then they found out his flight information was initially booked until Saturday, and then it got changed last minute. And then he was like, yeah, I shouldn't have gone. I really should have just not gone at all. It was clearly a mistake. And then this morning, apparently the text messages have been leaked from earlier this week when his wife was texting their friends and neighbors in a group chat saying, does anyone want to go to Cancun? It's freezing here.
Goal in life, just be better than Ted Cruz. Oh, wait, everyone's already doing that.
We're already winning, guys. We're already ahead of the game.
All right, moving on. Bachelor host Chris Harrison is stepping down as host of the franchise after he had a controversial conversation about race this week. Harrison was completely blindsided by the backlash, not knowing that, quote, hey, give the racist a break, end quote, wasn't a good take.
So I know you're not in this world, so you don't know what's happened this week.
What happened? Give us the juice.
Oh, people have been jumping off of the Bachelor ship like it's the Titanic this week. Because remember last week we had the thing with the contestant Rachel K, and she was liking Confederate flag stuff on her social media. She went to an antebellum party in 2018 that was heavily protested by the black students there, and the college was like, you can't have these parties anymore. So she was doing that. The people had come out that went to school with her saying that she used to shame people for dating black people, and Matt James is the first black bachelor, so this is super awkward now. But Chris Harrison went on a podcast with Rachel Lindsay, and she was the first black bachelorette. And so she had him on to talk about this, and he just didn't know enough about the subject. And so he was just very condescending. He was interrupting her a lot. And he was like, yeah, but who are we to judge this girl? And, you know, it feels like everybody's just been tearing her apart. And like, you really got to give her a chance to speak and da 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 da. And I think I understand where he was coming from, because I think he's been in the Bachelor bubble for so long. He knows like what it's like for somebody to get dragged online in that world. And he knows how bad it is. But that caused him to take his eye off the bigger world, which is, oh, racism. That's been a thing for like a long time. Maybe that takes more precedent over this, and so afterwards he released a statement apologizing for the interview. He said he's stepping down from hosting The Bachelor for a while so he could learn and all that fun stuff. But yeah, this week it's just countless people aren't renewing their Bachelor and Bachelorette contracts, and they've been with the franchise for a long time. So yeah, it's been a wild week in the Bachelor universe because of racism.
Wow. A Florida man posed as a U.S. Marshal to avoid wearing a mask at a resort. When the man was sent home, he told his wife he identified as a baby in order to avoid doing the dishes. What a trash bag of a human being.
For a lot of reasons. But isn't that odd that it's like you could wear this literal, like this thing right here that's this big, you could wear this, or wear camo, aren't like boots. You have to change the entirety of your wardrobe for that day just so you could just not, like, why is this so hard? I don't get it. Why is this more logical than like, oh yeah, boots, I got an army backpack? So
he impersonated a U.S. Marshal. What is that, a misdemeanor? Is he going to jail? Like what?
No, it's a felony. Yeah, it's a felony. Yeah. That's a government agent. You know, you can't impersonate a government agent. That's like terrorist shit, you know? Like, that's the only reason you would ever do that. So, yeah.
You're so right, though. Instead of wearing a cloth mask that saves your life and everyone else's around you, you'd rather gain a felony and not work at a normal job for the rest of your life.
It's really just insecurity of what other people think. Like, if you didn't care about people giving you shit for wearing a mask, you would wear a mask. It doesn't matter. Like, I mean, so yeah, it's got to be a thing of just like, no, I'm in these groups online. I ain't no sheeple.
It's like being like a punk kid in high school, where it's just like, I don't conform, man, but I just look the same as all these other punk guys.
Exactly. Yeah. It's insanity.
In Travis Barker news, we have Travis Barker news. Travis Barker is reportedly dating Kourtney Kardashian, proving he is capable of banging something less. Sorry, I'm just reading this for the first time. Sorry, I got a high-pitched laugh going.
We're gonna redo. It's a good joke. We're gonna redo it.
Right. Travis Barker is reportedly dating Kourtney Kardashian, proving he is capable of banging something with less personality than a drum. Miles, that's a good joke.
Thanks.
Travis Barker. Why did I think he was married to somebody else for a long time?
He used to be. He was. So yeah, that rock star life, you know how it works. They all end up like going on to the next one at some point. And sure enough,
at the end of the day, I used to think as a kid, I'm like, no, you can't. You have to stick with the same person. Now as an adult, I'm like, you know what? You do what makes you happy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Sometimes in a relationship, you're not happy anymore and you got to move on. So I just don't know that he's going to be too happy in the Kardashian family. I don't know what it is about that family that just draws guys to it like a moth to the light. Like,
I could not even tell you one fact about Kourtney Kardashian other than her name is Kourtney Kardashian. Oh, and that she's a Kardashian.
She is the one with all the kids, and she was married for a long time to that like super duper preppy dude. I don't know his name, but I mean, super duper preppy dude. She was married to him for a long time and they had kids. And so yeah, that's all I know is she's the one that had the kids. But I mean, like Kim and Kanye had like 3 or 4, right?
A South Carolina man bought $540 worth of Girl Scout cookies so that the girls wouldn't have to stand outside selling them in the cold. Don't get me wrong, frozen Thin Mints are amazing, but this is not the way to do it, guys. $540 worth of Girl Scout cookies. Let me do my calculations. That is 14 boxes of cookies.
Is it?
They're expensive, dude. I think they're now like, I don't know, like $10 a pop or something like that. But it's for a good cause, right? It's for a good cause.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, is the Girl Scouts a good cause? Like, I mean, because I feel like Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts have just been having a lot of scandals over the years. And I mean, it seems like an odd thing to make these girls sell these cookies as like the sole way for your organization to make money. Like,
This
I don't
is-
know.
This is true.
Were you a
I
Girl
don't-
Scout?
I was a Girl Scout. Yeah, I was a Girl Scout and a brownie. I was a brownie scout for I think a year or two.
What's
And then
a
I was a
brownie
Girl
scout?
Scout for maybe like a year or two.
What's a brownie scout?
It's like before. It's like a Cub Scout.
Oh, okay.
I there was, oh my God, this is a memory that I had locked away somewhere in my brain. I was in full like idiotic Girl Scout wear, right? Like you have to wear like a collared shirt, a vest, your sash, this like dumb looking skirt with like a weird sort of like yarn ball thing that falls in front. Like knee-high socks with like sock tassels, very specific shoes with it. I wore the whole thing on a day that Girl Scout meetings were canceled. And so I was the only one in the whole school wearing this. I looked like a yodeler. Like I looked so dumb. Any other day, you would have seen the other Girl Scouts and it would have been fine, but I was the only one and I felt like such a dip. It was the worst day, dude.
Yeah, that's an embarrassing day. That's a rough one.
Guys, this was the match report for this week. Thank you so much for joining myself and Miles. Let us know in the comments which story was your favorite, if you had any takeaways, or what other things that we might have missed this week. We'll see you next week for another episode. You can follow Miles on all of his social media, including now TikTok.
Yeah, follow me on TikTok at Myles Weber Joker. Yeah, I'm blowing up on TikTok this week. So yeah, check me out.
All right, we'll see you guys next week. Bye.